Hey, how's it going? This is King Kevin Dorival. Thank you. This is my first video of 2016, so I want to make it a great one, impactful, and hopefully you can take it with you wherever you're going. You see that board behind you? I'm going to use this board to teach actual lessons online, whether it be free or for a fee, that's yet to be determined. But I definitely want to get a lot of things out there. I have so much in my mind and heart that I know is going to be powerful and impactful to many of you. Today's video is about Kujichagulia, which is actually it's not about Kujichagulia. Oh, yes, it is. I'm tripping. Self-determination. I was thinking of Imani, which is faith. Faith, which is represents Imani, the seventh principle of Kwanzaa. Kujichagulia is the second principle of Kwanzaa. And those who want to know what the first is Emoja. Emoja represents unity, and that's the black candle in Kwanzaa. But I'm not going to go through all seven. We're going to go over Kujichagulia. I am definitely sure of that. Now, self-determination. We have to understand where we're going and what we have to do to get there. Having self-determination has a lot to do with Imani, faith. Having faith in what we want, where we want to go, how we're going to get there, what we need to get there. Many, if not all those things, are going to require you to have a lot of faith. Not just faith in your God-given abilities, but faith in the Creator. That you're doing everything you have to within your own capabilities. What's in your grasp. Some of us want to become a cook. Okay, do you have a kitchen? You don't have a kitchen. Do you have a place to cook at? Just because you don't have what you need doesn't mean you're never going to have what you need to get to where you're trying to get to. Self-determination has a lot to do with that. Self-determination is the will within oneself. Having that spirit of never giving up, keep moving forward, no matter what it looks like, is vitally and it's critical. I mean, there's no way around it. No one else's will should be controlling your life. As a matter of fact, it can't unless they hurt you physically or even emotionally. Emotional hurt does have a lot to do with people's success or failures. You know, Especially if you don't understand how to use that negative energy, how to use that pain and hurt to propel you to the future. You have to somehow figure out how to absorb others people's negativity that you have no choice but to be in their environment, which is unfortunate. But having that determining factor, that's the game changing factor right there. I watched the other day the Cardinals. They beat Pittsburgh, I believe, in overtime. And this was the divisional playoffs. Like whoever wins this game goes to the next round, which determines who goes to the Super Bowl. And number 11, Larry Fitzgerald, the slot receiver, he was determined. He wanted to win. If a quarterback got him the ball, if he had to run around 1,000 players on the defense, he was going to do it. He was determined to win that. Today is January 19th. Yesterday was the 18th, Dr. MLK's birthday, and he was a very willed individual. Dr. Martin Luther King and Coretta Scott King, who was the backbone. Without the queen like Coretta Scott King behind him, aside of him, pushing him, being aside of him to hold him up so that he doesn't fall in the midst of stress. You know what I mean? That played a critical role. You know what I'm saying? That kind of situation where someone else's will should have some sort of effect on your life to hold you up when you can't stand anymore. Sometimes our physical body can no longer continue, so our spiritual body will have to continue. And that's where that self-determining factor comes in. Now, to give you the full definition of Kujichagulia principle says African Americans, like all people, need shared cultural values, symbols, rituals, and practices in order to give their families and children meaning and value and identity in the community. What we got to do, where we want to go, what we got to do to get there, and who do we need to help, bring something to the table. Kwanzaa is a celebration of, your fruits. You know what I'm saying? The fruits that you bring to the table, not necessarily stuff you grew from the ground. Your harvest, but your harvest and work and love and labor, like those things that you were able to produce. Like for me, I produced a book that's a fruit of my labor. Other teachers, they produce kids that graduate or become very successful in society in their own right, because maybe there's a teacher that encouraged them. Now we all have someone, that we can call on to help us, but sometimes we just overlook it. You have to know that you are more than a conqueror. I'm sure you can see that shirt there. More than a conqueror. This is Romans 8, 37. And I truly believe that I am more than a conqueror. I know you are more than a conqueror. So you have to have that self-determining factor. This is 2016. We cannot sit back any longer wishing and hoping. You know what I mean? Frederick Douglass once said, I'm glad I remember to say his name. That guy was very willed. I've been praying for 20 years, but it wasn't until I started praying on my feet that things began to happen. And what that meant was I was praying, I developed my faith, and now I'm walking in that faith, walking through it. You know what I'm saying? Walking through it. Not just to it, but walking through it. You can also look at that. He was praying to the situation. Um, those of you who don't know who Frederick Douglass is, he was a freedom fighter. And, he was a slave and fought for his freedom. Actually escaped and became one of the greatest orators of the world. You have another person such as my favorite, Booker T. Washington. The will of this man and his wife to travel, walk, horse ride, carriages, train all around the country to raise the money to bid up Tuskegee. I have nothing but straight respect and and give homage to a man and a woman who were able to do those type of things together. That show that your self-determination has a lot to do with your surrounding, your circle. Pastor Bishop Jakes, I just listened to this video that he had called Your Power is in Your Partner. Meaning that the strength of your partner is going to affect and have an impact on how far you go in achieving the success that desired end that you want. That is extremely important, it's very powerful, and cannot be um, thought of or taken as light. Your surrounding means a lot in you conquering things and you becoming an overcomer, and you becoming that great person that you always want to be. That great writer, that great actress, actor, doctor, whatever it is, that self-determining factor. Now, I hope you guys take this what I just said, because Lord knows I need those words of inspiration myself. I'm not perfect. I make mistakes all the time. But if I did not continue fighting, if I did not continue pushing, I would not be back at the yacht. This is the yacht. I got me a new place. It's just as big and nice as the other one. A little more fancier because they have like mirrors everywhere and tile floor everywhere. But I'm making it in my home. This is a new office. You got the whiteboard there. You got my Miami Heat poster picture frame up there, and but get ready to get some work put in. I have the Seven Queen book coming out, Courage to Believe documentary coming out. We're getting ready to have the Black on Black Love Day. I host the annual Black on Black Crime Solutions panel. There's a lot of great things that will be taking place, and and it's gonna take a lot of support from those who believe in me, and of course I gotta believe in myself. Kujichagulia. I have that self-determining factor. I will be that game changer like Larry Fitzgerald was. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I believe. I believe in me. I believe in the power of the Creator. I thank God for everything. I thank God for every day being able to wake up. I thank God for giving me another place that I can call my home. Stick my keys in my door and I come in. Now, I may not be married or have that queen that I desire, or of course, I'd be married if I did. But I know she's coming. As a matter of fact, I think she's like right under my nose. So continue praying for me, man. Go to my website, 7queens7kings.com. That's number 7, 7queens7kings.com, or KevinDorival.com. Go to my Twitter, Instagram, all of that. share my information, and let me know how I can come and speak and talk to you or people at your school, your organization. I'm all about motivation and inspiring others. I hope you all enjoy the Martin Luther King Day weekend. Remember, Black History Month is every month. But MLK Parade, I had a time of my life. I'm going to release a blog and also in my newsletter. I'm going to talk about it in my newsletter, but it's going to be a link to my blog in the newsletter. And if you're not signed up, sign up, man. Look, I'm one of the hats, man. I am the hat. So if you're not connected with King Kevin, I don't know what to say. But I thank you all for supporting me throughout the years. This is like my fourth, fifth year in the game, you know what I'm saying? Volunteering, mentoring, doing all that good stuff out of my own pocket, and also from my supporters' pocket who donated their time, their money, especially the money. Thank you all who donated towards the documentary, um, the pre-order Seven Queens, which you still get right now. It comes out next month, and I just thank you all for everything. Even though I may not physically have the money in my hands of being a multi-millionaire or being able to write scholarships all over the world to kids who really want to be great, investing in their dreams. Believe me, it's here. It's in my spirit. As a king, warrior king out here, I will never give up, and I never expect you to give up, and I won't let you give up. So just reach out to me. You have a question, or you're looking for some words of encouragement, or if people want to book me to come and speak, and who is this guy? You're about to find out. 2016 is the year. So don't let anybody tell you can't make it. Don't let anybody rule your world. You rule your world. You know, you are the king. You are the queen of your castle and your palace. Just do everything you do in love. That's all I can really say. Shout out the New Game Movement, the male mentors group. I mean, these guys are phenomenal. They're doing great things in the community. Shout out to everybody who are doing some sort of volunteering and mentoring work, because our youth truly needs it. They need that Kujichagulia. God bless, and stay tuned for my other videos on 7 principles of Kwanzaa. I'm King Kevin, and I'm glad to be your host. God bless.